One of the questions I get the most is, how do you use your music, where do you get it from, and why can you advertise on your videos without being banned, flagged, or anything like that? Today I want to talk about exactly that. Music is such an important part of making good movies, especially the lifestyle musics. They kind of live and breathe off the music. And one of the main things there is probably cutting to the music, all kinds of things. But once you get actually into video making and you also want to make money off those videos, you have a hard time, because then you have to think about all the legal aspects of it. You have to think how you can actually make it in a way that you can still use the song, still having advertisement on your YouTube channel maybe, and you want to make money from it. And you don't want the money that your advertisement is making to go to someone else. Now, there are a couple options and there are a couple of ways you can deal with this. One way is to just use anything that's out there. Maybe it's in the charts, maybe it's very popular, whatever that is. The main problem there is that some of these songs are banned or flagged for public use in that kind of way. So you have to be careful, and maybe your video will just be removed. The other way that could go wrong is that the artist actually monetizes your video, so you still have the video on your channel and everybody can view it, but the whole advertisement money is going to the artist who actually made the song. My personal opinion on that is that probably the maker of the video also put in some kind of work, but maybe it's also a split situation where you get 50% and the artist gets 50%. Sometimes that can be a really good thing and a good deal. But you can also work a little more and get the legal stuff in order so you can actually be safe with your music. One way to kind of find out if the song that you want to use is actually okay to be used on YouTube is to go to the YouTube library of music checklist. And there you can actually search for the song you want to use and check how you can use it. Sometimes it is banned in certain countries. Some songs are banned from YouTube entirely. Some songs are guaranteed that you will not earn anything from them, but the artist will monetize your videos. A couple of ways to kind of go around this topic is to use other sound sources. For example, use SoundCloud, special YouTube channels that provide music that you can use for free, and also services like Epidemic Sound or Artlist.io. I will have links to all these platforms and tools where you can check your music in the description down below as well. Now, a couple things about these different approaches. SoundCloud is a great platform to find new artists and maybe ask them if you can use their songs. And there's another struggle, I would say. If you want to be sure, either you have to find someone on there who has actually specifically said in the description of the song that it is free to use and monetize, or you actually message them and ask them if it's okay for you to use the video. But that can delay the production of the video in general. And if you do daily content or maybe weekly content and you don't want to wait for someone to actually reply, maybe it's better to find something that you're actually able to use without having this communication. But I know that other people have really successfully worked with artists and also worked with them on a continuous basis and maybe even worked with them on custom projects. The next platform is something like Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle is a big library of files, and you can just go there and buy certain snippets, sound effects, or whole songs. The problem there is that you pay each time you want to use it. So if you actually take their licensing for full, you would have to pay each time you use the song. So if you have a song that you or a snippet that you use in your intro, for example, and you upload 50 videos, in theory, you would have to buy this song 50 times. And that is a concept, I would say, that is not really necessary or not really a good way to start off your YouTube channel, because that can get pretty expensive pretty quickly. But there are new platforms out there that have a different model, and two of those platforms are Artlist.io and the Epidemic Sound library. Both of these have a very interesting concept. The Epidemic Sound library is a sound library that is specifically made for YouTube, and it is based on how many subscribers and views you have. So you pay a monthly fee, and then you can just upload as many videos with their songs as you want. And as long as you're actually in the network and paying those monthly fees, you can use and produce new videos. After you ended the monthly membership, you will still be able to keep the videos online and you will still be able to monetize those, but you're not able to access the library any longer and you're not allowed to use any new songs they provide. The Artlist.io system is a little different. You pay around $200 a year, and that gives you the licensing rights for the entire library for all of your projects and all of your platforms. So you actually can use the stuff in commercial projects as well as your own YouTube channel. Right now, I do not have a subscription to any of the two systems, but I am debating which one to choose, and I will most likely go with the artlist.io because I want to be able to use my songs in commercial projects and for clients as well as my own system or YouTube channel. And as far as I've tested it out and looked into it, it is a very interesting library. They have tons of songs, tons of genres, and all kinds of different music for all kinds of different use cases. And that is something that is really powerful. And one of the best things about this kind of platform system is that you do not have to check every single time if you're actually able to use the song. You just download it and use it in your next video without having to worry about anything. This is not really true with something like SoundCloud, because with SoundCloud, for example, you could also go into the whole wrong direction if there's an artist who is stealing songs and putting them on SoundCloud and pretends to have them as free, but then the original artist comes along and sues you or gives you a notice that he wants to monetize your videos and stuff like that. The other thing that can go wrong is that you actually use a remix of something and then the original artist comes again and monetizes your song because you used a remix of his original work. Overall, this kind of music licensing and use of sounds in the videos gave me a couple of thoughtful evenings, I would say, to kind of get my head around. But now I just am close to making the decision to go with one of these production houses where you can actually use the songs for whatever work you are doing for a subscription price. Now, it would be interesting for me what kind of ways you use to kind of find your music. If you have any other tips and tricks, please leave them in the comments down below. And also, if you have any questions about music finding or licensing, please leave them in comments down below as well. Now, if this video was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this almost every day. And of course, I will have a link in the description below where you can find all the resources that I just talked about, where you can find music and license it. Additionally, I have a link there to a playlist where I have all kinds of Premiere Pro, video making, gear and stuff, like all kinds of videos about these kind of filmmaking or photography ideas, techniques and tricks. You can find the link there in the description as well. I will see you in the next video and I will hope you have an amazing day. Until then, bye.